Hey everyone, my name is Tony and welcome back to another update video. Today we are taking a look at the brand new features with the new SketchPlus update. Let's get started. So our first feature is Sprinkle on Surface. This feature allows you to scatter objects over the pre-selected surface and quickly lets you add 3D objects into your scene. And this can be really useful to scatter things like trees and people over your model. And this is a huge time saver because it automates 3D object placement. So as an example, we're going to scatter these trees over the landscape area. First thing you want to do is make sure all of your components are centered on axis. You want to select the faces for distribution. Select Sprinkle on Surface. And now you can pick your objects. As I hover over my 3D objects, I get a nice little preview. And here you can also press the up-down keys to increase and decrease the density. You can use the up key to increase and the down key to decrease the density. And you can also press Ctrl to align the trees with the surface normals. So here they're completely straight, and here they follow the vertical orientation of the landscape. So we're going to pick 50 and we'll click on the object to confirm our placement. We can also do the same for the second tree and the third as well. As you can see, it does a pretty good job in placing these trees randomly over the selected area. We can repeat the same for these zones, and this time we're going to add this little bush. Select Sprinkle, hover over our object, and I will do these at 100%. Now to add objects a little quicker, have your area selected, activate Sprinkle on Surface, and repeatedly click on the object you want to add. With every click, you will add more and more of your object until the entire area is filled. And as a last tip, you might want to randomize your trees so they don't look too similar. You can use Select All Instances to select all of your trees, and use Randomize Scale to randomize the size. And if you want, you can also use Randomize Spin to rotate the trees, but this combination of tools will give it a more realistic distribution. Next, we have Deep Stretch. This allows you to select and move objects inside a nested object. So as an example, I have this park bench and I want to expand it a couple of feet to reach up to here. When able to do this, I would have to go into the object itself, select the Extrude tool, and extrude to where I would want it. And then I would have to do the same for all of these other objects. So with Deep Stretch, you can stretch and move all of these objects at once without going into the group. So select Deep Stretch, make your selection, and always be very careful of your selection if there's anything behind that you can't see. And now I can move this to where I want. For example, we can do this 15 feet, 20 feet, or 30 feet. And now we have this over like that. Let's repeat the same process here. Move it closer to that end. Let's select Deep Stretch, make my selection, and move this over. Let's say we'll move this over 12 feet. So now we've expanded our bench without editing the actual group. Sometimes when you're stretching an edge or group of components, it can create an autofold. This is SketchUp's ways to make sure your surfaces remain flat. So to avoid this, you can actually use the arrow keys to lock onto an axis before stretching the component. So for example, I'll start by making my selection, and now I'm going to click without moving. And right here is where I'll press an arrow key to lock onto the green axis. So now I can stretch my component without causing an autofold. So next we have Walk Plus. This feature gives you first-person camera control so you can explore your project with ease. And the great thing is that this allows you to showcase your project in ways that people are used to because of the game-like controls. You can use the arrows to walk, click and drag to look around, use the plus and minus keys to increase and decrease walking speed. As you can see, this is very slow. and you can use the plus key to increase the speed. You can also hold Control to run. And Alt to walk through walls. You can also change the eye height. For example, we can change from 3 feet to 5 feet in case you want to walk from a higher eye level viewpoint. And for any information and modifying keys on how to use all of these features, be sure to refer to the Instructors tab. So this is definitely a great feature to have. Unfortunately, in SketchUp 2025, you can no longer save your 3D model as previous versions of SketchUp. Unfortunately, that is something that is no longer available. So with the new SketchPlus update, you have a new feature called the Batch Save. This feature allows you to save a selected object or your entire model to previous versions of SketchUp. For example, I can select this sofa, this floor lamp, as well as this wood table, activate Batch Save, and I can choose a version of SketchUp to save this down to. And even better, without making any selections, I can save my entire model to earlier versions of SketchUp. So next we have Favorite Views. This feature allows you to save and manage views that persist across SketchUp model versions and sessions, and also allows you to load those views on a different model. So for example, let's open up Favorite Views. In this model, I already have a couple of views saved. I have Kitchen 1, Living Room 1, and Living Room 2. So if I wanted to load Living Room 2, just select that and click Load. And now we have this into place. Now the great thing about this feature is that you can load these same scenes on a different model. So here we are in model number 2 of the same project. As you can see, this area for the TV wall is a little different. The sofa is a different color. So if I wanted to load those views into this new model, we can open Favorite Views, and you can see that the views are saved in my favorite view. So if I click on Living Room 2 and load, I can go directly into that view. Suppose I save a new view for this part of the stairs. I can save this as stairs. I can go into my new model, go to Camera Views, and load up stairs. So very useful feature to have to help you manage the views across different models. So this is definitely a must-have with the new SketchPlus update. Last and certainly not least, we have Spin View. This is a tool that allows you to spin your view on a targeted axis. It's very useful for making window selection at unusual angles. So for example, I can spin my view and make this edge appear as if it was straight, allowing me to make quick edits. This is one of those features that's great to have to solve quick workflows like this. The great thing is that this tool gives you precise control on how you spin your view. For example, if I click close to the center, it's hard to control my spin. And if I click further away from the center, I have a little bit more control. It also makes it easier to rotate between two scenes, so you can create animations like this. As always, thank you for watching all the way till the end. Make sure to leave a comment and let us know which one is your favorite feature of this update. For any useful links, be sure to check the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.